Hi, I am the founder of LINEA. My name is Julie Civiello-Polier. I'm a holistic esthetician, energy healer, and clean beauty advocate. For years, I have been dreaming of the LINEA concept as a way of empowering you to heal yourself. I wanted to create something that you could wear on your body that would harmonize your energy centers and also remind you that you have the power to soothe and nurture your own spirit and body in any moment. When we massage our faces, we are healing our whole bodies because energetically, all of the organs and meridians are also living in the layers of the visage. So I created this kit to nourish your skin and cleanse your energetic field. I hope you enjoy. The healing is in your hands. The LINEA Luminous Facial Oil allows the LINEA tool to glide along the skin for the greatest healing results. This oil is full of beneficial botanicals found in nature like vitamin E, B complex, omega-6, and sea buckthorn to heal and repair damaged skin, reduce inflammation, and prevent cellular breakdown to slow the aging process and nourish the skin's layers. This tool is a wearable necklace that allows you to work on your face and neck at any time, anywhere. I find that working lightly and slowly with deep breaths brings the greatest results and brings us back to center. Let's begin with clean hands, face, and tool. First, you can energetically cleanse your tool. You can say something like, "You are now cleared." Next, you can take your LINEA Luminous Facial Oil. I like to use quite a bit as so much of the oil will sink into the deep layers of the skin as we're working with the tool. It really pushes product into the skin and warming up between your palms. It smells so good. And get a healthy and generous amount on your neck. Our necks are often so neglected and forgotten. And bringing whatever massage flourish feels good to you, but really covering the whole face and neck. And you can begin with some neck massage. So the softer and more pliable the muscles are, the more easily the fluids can detox, and also that really healthy and cell nourishing blood can rise up to the head, face, and neck. I'm using quite a bit of pressure here and tuning in for you what feels good. It might be a much lighter pressure, but really assisting the trapezius muscle that comes all the way up like this to the back of the neck, as well as the sternocleidomastoid muscle, helps us turn our heads. One comes right here like a V, and then with feather light pressure, we're just taking a little drag and release in the shape of a C over these lymph nodes called the terminus right above the collarbone. All of these lymph nodes are responsible for cleansing all of the lymphatic fluid from the head, face, and neck. So it's going to allow this whole area to detox. Breathing long and deeply. When it feels like these lymph nodes are a little bit more woken up, a little bit warmed, can take your tool, and I love this one. It has a gold inclusion in it. I don't know if you can see that, but some of them have these little gold inclusions in it. They all have their own personality. So I love working on one half of the face first, so you can really see the difference between the two sides. And then we're going to keep our tool as connected to our skin as possible. So keeping as much of the clear quartz connected to the tissue really yields the greatest results. Working on the edge, we're just not able to move or connect as deeply. So keeping your tool like this as much as possible. So coming to the bottom of the neck, breathing long and deeply, and really finding your alignment. Working in really light strokes up the neck. We're inviting all of that nutrient-rich blood to come up and nourish the head, face, and neck. We're also assisting the throat chakra to be a little bit more free so that we can speak our truth authentically and kindly. Good. Securing the skin underneath the chin with your opposite thumb, keeping the tool flat underneath the chin, and then gliding underneath the jawline, doing a little flip over the lymph nodes here. This is a great immunity booster to really assist those lymph nodes to drain, keeping them available to keep cleansing all of the toxins out of the lymphatic fluid. So we're working underneath the jaw. The jaw energetically is all about control and communication. So we're assisting that whole area to be more free, more at ease. Coming up to the middle of the chin, securing the skin with your opposite hand, and gliding along the jawbone above. And here you can use a little bit more pressure. You can actually use the edge here as an acupressure point. And I'm not digging in. It looks like I am. If you just intentionally and gently invite that muscle to release, that temporomandibular joint can get so tight and tense in people. And again, lengthening your breath. The breath is so key for keeping everything free and clear. Breath work is a fabulous way to clear up acne. Coming up to your nostril, we're going to be tracing underneath the cheekbone. This area is the lung on the face. Lungs are associated with the emotion of grief or sadness. So this can be a really loving way to release that emotion from your body, from your energetic body and emotional body. So every exhale is a big release. This is also a great move for accentuating the cheekbones and then just bringing a lot of this sometimes trapped fluid out of the face and down the neck to be cleansed. So it really assists with the jowls for tightening and toning the jawline, and just ridding excess inflammation. I'm going to take my necklace off so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit easier. And coming up to the cheekbone, really, really light pressure, just tracing from the bridge of the nose out to the hairline. The cheekbone is intestines and stomach. The emotion associated with the stomach is usually disgust, and intestines are more about discernment, what to release, what toxins are so necessary to let go, and what is still available for nourishment, for replenishment in the cells. Coming up underneath the eye, we're going to move in this direction. It's one of the few times where we're moving from the outward of the outside of the face to the midline. This protects the integrity of this muscle as it moves in this direction. And I find that it's really effective for draining and releasing fluid that can easily get trapped up here underneath the eye, especially first thing in the morning. And tuning in for you, because it may feel better to move from the inside corner out. So just tuning in for you, and also tuning in again in every moment, because we are completely different beings in every moment. So greeting yourself where you are, coming up to the brow bone and avoiding the eyelid and eyeball. So coming up to the bone, making contact with this procerus muscle. There are liver meridians that run right where the brows meet. Liver is responsible for anger and rage emotionally. And then all along the eyebrow is gallbladder. Gallbladder is usually overthinking, over-worrying. Often it is also over-responsibility, I notice in people. In some facial maps, gallbladder is right here as well, over the temple. So extra light pressure over your gallbladder. And the eyes hold so much. I often become really emotional when I'm working my eyes, coming up above the brow. So it's such a great way to release the eyes. We take in so much information through our eyes. So it's a great way to keep the eye area really present, so we're not carrying all of our yesterdays. And when we're working the forehead, this area is colon. So it's a map of our colon as it is in our body. It goes ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, which is exactly how it is down below in our guts. The colon is associated with letting go. So this is such a great way to exhale anything you've outgrown, releasing belief systems, releasing stories, just letting go of anything and everything that you don't need anymore. Then when you're ready, coming to the middle of the forehead, this is such a beautiful third eye clearing. And again, I just checked my alignment, if you saw. So bringing the tool to you rather than you coming to the tool, really maintaining your alignment. And this can be such a beautiful bridge between the 6th energy center, the third eye, to the 7th energy center, the top of the head, the crown chakra. So just bridging those two together. And we're also lifting up the forehead, lifting up the brow. And then I love finishing with just a few more strokes in the very center of the forehead. This is usually when another part of the face, the side that I've worked on, starts to get a little bit more talkative of like, hey, I needed 1 or 2 more strokes. So tuning in to see if an area of your face is speaking up and saying, I need a little bit extra, please. So giving that to yourself. And wanted to share with you the serrated edge. This teeth edge is such a great tool for softening, diminishing, even eradicating any lines along the face. So how to use this tool: if you're working with crow's feet, make taut the skin around the eyes, and then at an angle, we're going to vigorously but very lightly work against the wrinkles around the eye. What we're doing is we're breaking up the pattern in the tissue. It just becomes a habit of crimping in, and this is just what it knows how to do, just crimping in, creating that line, creating that crease. So we're breaking up that habit, and we're also stimulating collagen to produce so that that skin becomes a lot stronger and firmer. Then once you have worked against the line and wrinkle, you're going to work into the line and wrinkle. So keeping the skin taut, working into the line and wrinkle, and you're going to repeat this for every line and wrinkle around your face that you'd like to soften or diminish. So if you have some 11s, doing that here and across, some lines across the forehead, just working them in and against. Lines in the neck, nasolabial, the lines in the above the lip, you're going to work against them and then into them. Good. So really tuning into how you feel. 1/2 of the face is complete. 1/2 you're going to go back and work following at the top of the video. And just feeling if you're noticing any differences between the two sides. Is there a motion of really lifting up and out on one side and more of a drag downward on the other side? You can feel with your 2 hands, does the tissue feel any different between the 2 sides? Is there more to grab on one side? Does it feel like a different tone or different texture? And then looking as lovingly and kindly as you can in the mirror, releasing judgment. Is there a difference? Is this maybe a little bit tighter and more toned, lifted, less sagging, less inflammation and fluid in this area? Perhaps is the cheekbone a little bit more accentuated? Is the brow lifted? And maybe even this eye is sitting in a different position in your skull. than the other one. So just tuning in as lovingly and kindly as you can, and let me know if there are any questions that come up for you. I'm so excited to connect. Thank you for joining.